Yeah. So 3 sit-ups, 3 pull-ups. Back to the sit-ups. Back in the park, and I brought my 15-pound steel mace and 25-pound kettlebell. I have the cables in my bag, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do any cable exercises today. In any case, starting off with steel mace 360s for 10 each side. Trying to keep my body super relaxed and kind of guide the weight along. The reason I mention that is, well, at least when I do steel mace swings, I notice sometimes it's a lot more of an intentional effort, as in I'm gripping it tight and like almost forcibly pulling it in certain positions, versus I want to get good at just like adjusting like the positions of my body. Wait, I'll make that make sense in a second. So as I do the 360, I kind of tilt my body in certain ways, and if you get the timing right, the movement feels effortless, as if I was doing nothing with my body. And I want to get to that point. Like, all my reps don't feel that way, and I want to get to a point where it does feel that way. And then with the kettlebell, doing alternate swing to snatch for 5 each side. Even with the snatch, if you do it right, it's more a form thing than a weight thing. So if you get the form right and are able to fire the muscles in the right order, in the right sequence, in the right way, you're able to lift a lot of weight. With like snatches, cleans, and a lot of these movements, it's about the form of the thing, learning how to bring the weight up. I don't know. When I'm in the middle of a set, it's hard for me to explain. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is, like, when you're doing Olympic weightlifting and stuff, you want to yank it off the floor, then hit it with your hips. Then as it's moving forward, you would do like an upright row, which forces it to come this way. And then at the same time, you're kind of crouching to get under the weight. So weightlifters spend a lot of time just practicing that form, because having those sequence of events be very precise counts a lot towards the total weight lifted. And so when I'm doing these kettlebell moves and the steel mace moves, one of the things I'm constantly thinking to myself is how much direct effort, like how much extra effort am I doing to perform this movement by being extra tight or whatever, and can I get to a place where I'm very loose and then just firing muscle into the muscles at the right time to get the weight up. In any case, doing this for now. So for the next thing, doing 3 steel mace 360s, then 3 single hand, then do 3 curl to presses, and on the third one go back into the complex. And repeating the sequence for 2 times. Then with the kettlebell, I'm going to do a swing squat to a goblet squat and switch sides on each rep. So it looks like this. Swing, squat, goblet, swing, squat, goblet. Nice fluid movement there. Gets the legs involved mostly. And then yeah, just a nice little flowy movement pattern. Gonna do this for a bit. I also went on a run earlier today, 3 miles, which is around 5K. And just thought I'd throw that in there. Moved to the playground area to do some pull-ups, and it's also started raining, so that's kind of cool. Doing 10 single hand steel mace 360s on each side. Switching sides. And then pull-ups. But I'm going to do pull-ups with a pause. So I'm going to go for an 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going for 5 reps of that. And yeah, pretty much because I have to stay hanging on a lot longer, the forearms get activated, plus you get kind of a dead hang feeling, which is why I wanted to come here, because with the goalpost and other handles, like my legs still touch the floor. I wanted to be able to have my legs hanging off. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the rain's kind of picking up, but the workout keeps on going. The rain stopped as quickly as it started, so I thought it would make for a more dramatic video, but I guess not anymore. But yeah, moving away from the steel mace for a little bit and trying to do like a sort of calisthenic challenge. So I'm going to do like a, I guess, calisthenics complex where I go from 3 upside down sit-ups to 3 pull-ups for, I don't know, I'm going to go for 3 rounds on the low end, at least 3 rounds, and on the high end 5. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. So 3 sit-ups, 3 pull-ups, back to the sit-ups, Yeah, I think 3 is all I got. But I mean, I can do more sets of it, but I mean, and if I really wanted, I could do at least 1 more. Probably even 2 more, but I didn't want to hit failure. I instead wanted to do another set of this that felt relatively like mellow. If I hit failure and then try to do it, I don't know, it would have felt a lot worse. In any case, gonna do this calisthenic complex for a bit. Yeah. I had mentioned earlier that I went on a run. The reason I guess I mentioned that is one of the feelings that I have today while working out is a drained kind of feeling. Also, my feet hurt because I haven't done, like, I've been doing sprints and stuff, but long distance running for multiple days back to back is not something that I've done recently, and so my feet are kind of feeling it. And I also run with barefoot shoes, so it's like more, I guess, impact feeling, and I don't mind that. I want my feet to get trained and strong enough to where it can absorb that impact, and a part of that is kind of running more and walking more in like the thin barefoot shoes. So yeah, there's something about running that drains the energy in a quite a different way than, I don't know, any other kind of cardio in my opinion. But yeah, gonna do at least 2 more sets of this. So doing a kettlebell complex to, I guess, finish off the workout before I do some juggling probably. I don't know yet. There might be just more exercises instead of juggling. I don't know. In any case, what I'm doing right now is a kettlebell complex. So going from a tactical clean to a figure 8 snatch to 3 shoulder presses, switching sides with a swing, or no, shit, then tactical snatch, figure 8, messing up the wording, that was a tactical clean to figure 8 snatch to now 3 presses. Yeah. Tactical clean, figure 8 snatch, 3 presses. Tactical clean, figure 8 snatch, 3 presses. Gonna do this 5 times each side. When I'm doing the figure 8, as I pass the thing around my leg, I'm kind of just dropping it and letting momentum kind of guide me. And then, so like I leave it over here, let momentum guide me, pass it to the other hand, and then use like momentum again to kind of drive it back up. I have my, if you notice, my hands are outstretched when I'm doing the figure 8 to get that maximum whipping motion. I don't know if what I'm saying comes through, but essentially when I'm going wide, I get more of that whipping momentum that lets me go straight into a snatch. In any case, I'm gonna do this for a bit and maybe some juggling after. Moving into some juggling and chatting. So past couple of days I've been going on runs, and as a result I've upped my carb intake, but specifically in the form of bananas, because bananas have potassium and a lot of carbs, so it makes my muscles feel much more replenished, and also the potassium, I think, helps with the electrolyte balance or whatnot. And I usually have a decent amount of salt in my food, so I don't necessarily try to supplement salt that much, except for making sure I add it in my food. Yeah. And speaking of which, today so far I've had whole milk in the form of tea, and just sipped on some whole milk just outside of that, because I like doing that. Then drank a lot of water, had some cashews, raw whole cashews, and yeah, not much else besides that. There's something about running that just takes appetite out of things, and instead of trying to feed myself when I don't really feel like eating, I just let my body do what it wants to do, which I think helps me just lose fat when I do that. So yeah, I might be weird for that, for not wanting to eat as much while running, or eating as much regular meals. Like I have like more of a craving for stuff like bananas and fruits, but less so my regular meals. Anyway, let's move into the first sequence. Oh. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to talk about something. So I have a lot of stuff piling up as far as uh, work and just, I guess, responsibilities, paperwork. Yeah, there are things that, I don't know, just require a lot of paperwork, more so than I think is necessary. And in any case, um, some of that's piling up, and I need to take care of that. Yeah, so a lot of work stuff that I need to catch up on. Then I also want to like kind of squeaky clean my apartment, like really get into the areas that I haven't cleaned in a while and stuff, because I haven't done that in a while. But you know, with everything that I do every day, I never truly get to get my apartment to a place where I want it to be. Um, so I don't know. The reason I mention that is I'm trying to contemplate how I would do a video on that day, or if I should not do a video and then just do 2 days as one episode later. I don't know. Just some stuff I've been thinking about. Wow. Too low. Ah, come on. All right, this one I think is gonna be good. Ah, that was going good. Oh well. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, so I don't know. Thinking about a more sustainable approach to uploading, where I'm still doing something, like I still keep up with my workouts. I still post something at least 4 to 5 times a week, and then I don't dread doing this as much, because there's a lot of extra stuff that happens behind the scenes with editing that, you know, some days it just stretches out way too long. And I think if I'm able to condense more of that into like one day, I think I'd be more mentally happy, or I don't know if I'd feel more mentally sound if I was able to condense that effort into one day and then have another day where I can just kind of forget about things. So I can still have all my workouts logged, but you know, I get a couple of days off of editing and uploading. So just a thought. It's something I've been pondering. Yeah. That was going good too. I think if I keep up with the running for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to see a very very noticeable difference in my physique. Like a couple of videos ago, I had mentioned that I was going to start running to kind of tighten things up, and I don't know if it's noticeable yet, but like running definitely, especially long distance, definitely makes the body change in a very different way than anything else, any other form of cardio for me. That and sprints too, so I think like doing a mixture of both of those, like at least for me, has like I like the way my physique looks when I do that. Since it's humid, like the handle of this, it's a lot more moist and slips out. Yeah, that's good for that one. One dog just attacked another dog at the park, and now the owners are kind of figuring things out with each other. One of the dogs seemed visually shocked. That's unfortunate. I don't know, I think people trust their dogs off leash a little too much. You know, I'm all for unleashed animals and whatnot, but and dogs and stuff can definitely be trained so well that they don't misbehave whatsoever. But I think sometimes certain owners assume that their dogs are extremely well trained and have their wits about them, and They clearly do not. Yeah. Any case. Let me. I think this is the last sequence. I don't know. I don't. No guarantees. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, I'm not satisfied with that. The handle's too wet. See, if you hear a dog that's barking, that's the same dog that bit the other dog. And it's still off leash. And it's kind of misbehaving right now, which is an indicator that the dog it's well trained to follow the owner around, but it's still very willing to misbehave or disobey. And in a park where there's a lot of other dogs and people in general, I don't know if that's 100% safe, but it is what it is. I'm not too mad about it or anything. It's just a thought. Also, people put up a lot of lost dog posters around this area, which is another reason why I mention it, is like, how do you lose your dog? I mean, definitely bad stuff can happen and you can lose your dog that way, but I think a lot of the times it's a little recklessness. Yeah, I don't know, I could be wrong. Alright, let's go for this. It's too slippery. Yeah, it's slipping too much. But let me do what I can. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.